guys, welcome back to another episode of Yeah Dude Off-Road, and today we're installing a move bumper on my 2009 GMC Sierra. The reason we're installing the bumper is because I hit a deer and it pushed my bumper in. We went with a move because it was very affordable, and me and Josh are both welders, and we did like the idea of fabbing one versus buying one, and it actually turned into a very cool project. After doing the project, we highly recommend Move. The quality of the steel is very high. We couldn't decide what we wanted to do for paint versus powder coat, and I made a decision on doing powder coat because of the durability of powder coat. We actually just got it back from powder coat yesterday, so today we're going to get on the install.
Okay, so the bumpers on these trucks don't simply just come off with a couple bolts and the bumper's off. It's a little bit more involved than that. The first thing that we have to do is take this plastic piece off to expose the bolts for the grill. Then the grill comes out, then the bumper comes out. We have to take this plastic piece off too. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but I've done it on this truck quite a few times. So we're going to get after it right now. Our first step, like I said, is going to be removing this plastic piece, and it's held on with these plastic clips. I don't really know what to call them. They're like push pins, I guess. I don't know, but you got to pry them up. I use this tool here to separate that. When it's pushed in there, it kind of expands that, and that's what holds it in place. So we have to take all those out first, and then we'll be taking that up. I've also used a flathead screwdriver before to take these out. I like this tool better, but get creative however you decide to take yours out. So next step is going to actually be removing this plastic piece here that wraps around the front. There's supposed to be two bolts here. One of them is missing because of the bumper being damaged from the deer. There's 7 mils, 2 on each side, so you'll take those out next. And then before this thing is just going to fall right off, there's a bunch of these clips that go into the bumper that you'll see once we get this piece off, and we can explain that better once we get to that point. Alright, so these were the plastic clips I was talking about to get this plastic piece out. There's a bunch of them that go across, and that's what holds it on. I've rarely ever taken one of these off of a truck and not broken at least one. If you don't break any, then you got really lucky. So you can see over here, this is where it was, obviously, that those plastic pieces kind of slid in. We didn't really get a good view of the back side of the clips. It's kind of hard to see in there, but on your truck, once you kind of get in there, you'll probably understand the general idea behind it. If it's never been off of your truck before, it's probably not going to come off very easy. It's a pain in the butt, but yeah, we got that piece off now. The next step is going to be taking the grill off so we can have access to the bolts for the bumper. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, so taking the grill off, there's 4 10mm bolts up here, and then on this truck, the rest of what's holding this grill on is clips. There's a couple in the center going down, there's a couple on the bottom. Once you take those out and kind of flex the grill, you should be able to see kind of where you have to pry and smush those clips down to get them out. We're going to go ahead and take this one off right now. got the grill off, you can see the clips we were talking about. It's that metal clip that's on the plastic stud mounted to the grill there. Those go in these slots right here, and that's what holds like the center and the bottom sections of the grill onto the truck. We used a pair of channel locks to kind of squeeze the metal clip here just enough to pull it through that slot. So that's how we got this one off. The next step is going to be taking the bumper off, and we'll go over the bolt locations with that here in a second. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do to actually start unbolting the bumper, we're underneath the truck right now on the passenger side. There's these two bolts, they're 15 millimeters. They hold this arm that goes to the bumper. There's one on each side, so we're going to start with this side and then take the other side off. We'll do that right now, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so the last step for taking this bumper off is going to be these two bolts up top. They're 21s, so we're going to take those out, and then our bumper should come off the truck. This truck does not have factory fog lights, so if your truck has factory fog lights, just keep in mind that you're going to have to unplug those before you can just take the bumper right off. We don't have to worry about that, so we're going to take these two bolts out right now and get this bumper off and prep for our move bumper. Alright, so we got the bumper off the truck. We're going to take these brackets off here that are on the frame rail. We don't need those for our move bumper, so we're going to get those out of the way. There's 18 mil bolts here, I believe, and then 21s. So we're going to take those off. When we go to kind of bolt everything back up with our move bumper, we're going to reuse the factory hardware, and we're going to leave our tow hooks in the frame. Not that we'll necessarily have access to them or need them, but the tow hook, I think, is going to keep the frame stiff when we go to crunch our bolts down tight. It's not going to want to suck the frame in. So that's why we decided that we're going to leave them in. So we're going to take these off, and we're going to start putting this bumper on the truck.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. I just wanted to add that I could not be more happy with how this bumper turned out. It completely changed the look of the truck. In the future I would like to put some pods and a light bar in the front. But overall, this project turned out great. We had a great time making it. We hope you liked watching this video. Thanks for watching.
Yep, and I hope that if you came to this video to learn at least how to take the bumper off of your truck, that this video helped you. Look forward to more content in the future. Like and subscribe.